Hello my crafty friends, it's Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations, and today I am going to be showing you a Matchbox gift card holder. So I have some cardstock, my envelope punch board, and my scoreboard. So I am going to begin by taking this piece of red cardstock, which is 3 3/4 by 6 3/4, and I am going to score that at 1 1/4, 2, 4 3/8, and 5 1/8. This is going to be the wrap that goes around the bottom of the box that we're going to make, which will hold our gift card. So I'm going to set that to the side. And then I have a 6 by 6 piece of pattern paper. This is from the sweater weather from Brutus Monroe that I had in my stash. So I'm going to line this up at the 2-inch at the top of my scoreboard. Take out my little scoring tool, punch, and score. After I move some I have a little piece of paper sticking there. So I'm just going to score that. Then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to line it up to the 3, punch and score. And then I'm going to turn my paper to the 2, punch and score. And then on the last side, put it to the 3 and punch and score. And then you're going to take and turn it and do the score mark. Slide it over to the inside score mark, and I'm going to score it, but what I should have done was punch and score it. So after I go through and score all of them, I will put it back in and do all of the punches. So this is making the ridge of the box, and so you want to make sure you're picking the score mark closest in towards you, and you line it up with, there's a little piece of plastic that hangs off of where you punch if you're not familiar with the envelope punch board, so that way you know where to line this up, and that's going to give you the bottom of the box. So I'm going to round the corners on the 2 shorter ends, because there's bigger triangles and then there's the smaller ones. So the smaller ones, I'm just rounding the corners of it just to make it fold in a little better, because this is all going to fold on the inside of the box. So I'm just going to move all of this out of the way, and then realize, oh, I should have punched all of those areas. So I'm going to line them back up to where those score marks are and just do the punches. And this is going to give me the tabs that I'm going to trim so that we can adhere our box together. And these are quick and easy. Pretty much there's nothing sped up in this video, so it's pretty much real time. It took me about 10 minutes to make this box. I did not do any stamping or extra decorating, but you could decorate these anyway. If you were using it for a birthday, for Christmas, for any holiday, you can coordinate your paper to go with whatever gift you're giving, whatever gift card you're doing. You could match it to your gift card if you wanted, because there's so many different gift card options nowadays. So I am just reinforcing those score lines with just my hands, and then I'm going to take my scissors and from the short end just trim up these little tabs just so they're open, so that we can put some adhesive on there and close up this box. So like I just made one of these. I'm going to put some money in it instead of a gift card, and I put a little dog on it because my mom's adopting a puppy. So for her birthday, I'm just giving her some cash to go towards the adoption fee for the puppy. So I thought I'd make a box to do that, give it a little pizzazz to gift it to her. So I thought maybe you guys would like to see a different way to give gift cards. We're getting to that time of year to have all of our gifts ready. So then I'm taking one of the shorter flaps, I'm folding it onto the first score line, and I'm lining it back up into my envelope punch board to the 1 1/8 on the very edge. So before you get to that tab is where you line that up, and that's going to give you a little hole so that the recipient has somewhere to grab to pull the bottom of the box out so that they can get to the gift card. So now I am going to take some double-sided adhesive and put it on the tabs. You could use liquid adhesive if you're patient and want to hold it until it sets, or you could also just use tape runner, however you wanted to do to adhere this box, because all of the flaps fold into the inside, so it's fairly sturdy, and will hold up without any issue. So then once I have that on there, I'm going to peel off all of the backing, and then I am going to put our box together. So you just take that tab and line it up to the inside of the box, doing your best to make sure that they are squared up with each other so that your box isn't wonky, that you have a good shape to it. Now, do you like to give gift cards at holiday time? Would you save them for birthdays? What are your preference? And if you were to get a gift card, where's your favorite place to get one from? I would say a coffee shop, but right now I'm not allowed to have any coffee, so that's out of the question. So I was off frame a little bit. I apologize for that, but now I'm just lining up those tabs and pressing them down so that we can create the bottom of our box. I made these when I was first a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator a long time ago, and I really enjoy them. They're something that you could make ahead and have ready when you're ready to just give a gift card. So now I'm just taking those corners and edges and folding them in on themselves and just using my hands to press to give them a score where it meets so that everything is flush in the bottom. And so now I'm going to open those all back up and just take some tape runner and run it along the edges so that those will stick down to the bottom. Like I said, you don't need a lot of adhesive. You could use liquid glue again in this state. You could use glue dots if you wanted to put this entire box together. And so I'm just going to put that in there. And if I didn't mention it before, that was a 6x6 piece of pattern paper that I used. This is a little bit thicker of a pattern paper from Brutus Monroe, but you can use the thinner pattern paper as well, and it will work just fine. And so then I will also leave all of the measurements down below so that you can have what they are. But I am going to, once I get this all together, I'm going to take that red piece of cardstock that we scored in the beginning, and we are going to wrap that around and get that adhered down and hold that into place using some double-sided adhesive. Well, I lied. First of all, I'm going to take this. It's a coordinating pattern paper. It came in that same paper pack from Brutus Monroe, and this is a 2 1/4 by 3 5/8, and I'm just putting some adhesive on the back of that, and that's just to give your inside of your box a little bit of a finished look. You could use a solid piece of cardstock. You could use a coordinating piece so that it matches. I just thought I'd go with something a little bit different. And then the tree pattern I'm also going to use on the top of my wrap so that I can coordinate with that so that it wasn't all the same pattern paper. So I'm just making sure that I have that and how I want that to go around this little box. So I'm just going to put down my double-sided adhesive and peel off the backing for that and wrap it back around the box and just seal that down. I'm hoping to have a few more gift card ideas for you going forward. Or maybe some money holders. And so then I have this matte layer, which is some cream cardstock from my stash, which is 2 1/4 by 3 5/8. And then the Christmas tree paper is 2 inches by 3 3/8. And I'm just adhering those together. And then I'm going to take some of that same adhesive and adhere it to the top of the box. And this is where you could decorate. You could add any embellishments that you wanted, if you had stickers that you wanted to use, or if you just want to put a sentiment on it. However you want to decorate the box, the options are endless, but I decided to leave it plain because I didn't have a recipient in mind for this particular box. So if I decide to use it, I like to customize it for whomever I'm giving it to. So that is going to be today's project. If you have any questions, leave me a comment down below and I will get back to you. And as always, I hope that you have a great day.